सर आप एग्जिट डिसीजन कैसे बन लेते हैं फिर? अगर आपने किसी स्टॉक में इन्वेस्ट किया है तो आप कैसे डिसाइड करते हैं कि यहाँ पे मुझे एग्जिट करना है या नहीं करना है?
We try valuations. I mean, like I said, रुपए की चीज़ 20 पैसे में खरीदते हैं, but रुपए की चीज़ अगर 2 रुपये बिकते हैं तो अपन बेच देते हैं. If you think it is overpriced fundamentally, not because market can overprice anything, it doesn't really matter. But हमको लगता है कि हमको धंधा ही नहीं समझ में आ रहा है. ये 2 लाख करोड़ का मार्केट कैप है, 3 लाख करोड़ का मार्केट कैप है. मेरे हिसाब से मैं 25,000 करोड़ नहीं दूँ उसके लिए. You know, that's time you take some money off the table out there. But the thing is, your entry criteria should be very strict. You want to buy great businesses at cheap costs. Exit, you can wait a little bit.
अच्छा रमेश सर, आजकल ना इंस्टाग्राम का ज़माना है और मैं काफ़ी रील स्क्रॉल करता रहता हूँ. मुझे आपकी एक रील आई थिंक पिछले हफ्ते मेरे उसमें आई थी, फीड में आई थी, जिसमें आप एक सवाल पूछ रहे थे कि इंडियन बुल मार्केट का फादर कौन है, और उसमें फिर आई थिंक जॉर्ज फर्नांडिस का नाम डिस्कस हुआ था. तो वो स्टोरी जरा एक बार अगर हमारे व्यूअर्स को भी सुनाना चाहें.
Sure. I mean, here's the history of the Indian stock market, the backwater, जैसे आप जानते हैं अनुज जी, कोई इंटरेस्ट नहीं था उसमें. Then, if you remember, in 1977, Mrs. Gandhi was defeated and the Janata Party came into power. And the industry minister, if I'm not mistaken, at that time was George Fernandez, a known socialist. All right? So when he came, he was against MNCs. And he said, जो भी MNCs India में है, IBM, Coke, Lever, Nestle, they either dilute their shareholding below 40%
or they
leave the country. We are not going to allow them ownership. For whatever reason, socialism was the buzzword at that time. So what did companies do? IBM left India. But here's the good news. They promoted a company called CMC, which took over their business in the contract. CMC got listed, went from $20 to $2,000. So that's the great opportunity that we got. Lever decided to dilute its shareholding in favor of public offer. Colgate diluted it. Coca-Cola left India and went because they didn't want to get the C form. But the companies that remained in India and diluted their shareholding gave us a great base of good companies to invest in. And that led to this great bull run in 92. When India opened up, we were ready in the financial market. China ka struggle chal raha. China for 40 years didn't know what a stock market was. For them to understand it and have good companies took years and years to rebuild out there. India always had this universe of good companies. Why did they have this universe? Through the accidental reasons of George Fernandez telling them to get out of the country. So in a manner of speaking, a lot of old-timers हमेशा बोलते हैं कि father of the Indian stock market was George Fernandez. But the guy who also taught me that how compounding works was an old man who was no longer there called Chandrakant Sampath. He is the guy who's actually come to my office and tell me he's something growing at 20%. And I was an MBA, mind you, and he wasn't an MBA. And yet he was able to teach me this most important lesson in the stock market. That money is made through compounding, through waiting, through sitting through a high quality business. There are no tax consequences, no friction of buying and selling. We just hold on, you'll make a ton of money. And I think I would give him a lot of credit for understanding long-term investing.